Alright, and welcome back. My name is Lotus Nate. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I want to do a pick-a-pile reading on love life. I don't know, for some reason I feel called to do a romance one, even though I typically don't like to do these. I know, funny, right? I just typically don't like to do the relationship ones. I feel like they're over and used and people ask about them a lot. But today I'm making an exception and I'm going to record one, do a relationship spread. So today I have 4 piles. Again, I felt like I should do 5, but we're gonna see with the 4 because again, I don't be doing this like that. So we have the flame here, and then we have for pile 1, and then for pile 2 we have the thread. And then we have the vision for pile 3. And then we have the one for pile 4. So then I'll give you a minute to pick a pile, and then I'll come back with pile 1. Here we go, the flame. So I'm going to do a 5-card spread that I happen to see online, and I'm going to try it and see what we get for you all. So first I'm going to bring out the intuitive heart cards, you know, just get it resonated to the energy here. And the first question out the gate is, what is pile 1's role in their relationship? What is pile 1's relationship? What is pile 1's role in the relationship? What is pile 1's role in the relationship? So out the gate we have the Empress. Do I want to use that one? Nope, let's use T. And this is a big chunky deck. So I just kind of like to shuffle it like that. Get it nice and shuffle it up there. Can you get a bit more clarity on what pile 1 has the Empress? Pile 1 has the Empress. Let's see here. Why does pile 1 have the Empress? Okay, wait, I see something flip over in here. Alright, so pile 1, you have the Empress, the flame. This kind of makes you think like this is maybe an ex coming in the picture, or maybe somebody you knew when you were younger. You probably seen yourself like being with them forever and it didn't work out that way and you moved on, and now you have like an admirer and an ex, because you also have the pineapple, the reconciliation. So yeah, your role in this is being the Empress. Like, they know you're the one. They know you're the shit. Like, you could pick either one of these people that you are seeing in your relationship or that you're thinking of seeing. Maybe you currently have multiple rods in the fire right now. You're kind of trying to see what's going to work for you. And maybe you're stuck at a crossroads. Like, both of them really bring you joy. You probably feeling both of these guys, and now you just kind of have to make a decision. I think you're saying like tap into your intuition. Let's see here. What is your partner's role in your relationship? Power, what is your partner's role in your relationship? 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 Oh, we got a lot of cards. But I'm going to do this one because it seems to land right on there. It's the 8 of Cups. But just to note, we had the 10 of Discs, the 10 of Wands. Oh, this is a lot. Maybe I should not. Ooh, let's try this again. Hold on. Let's try this again. Shuffle this one more time. Okay. What is Power One's partner's role in the relationship? What is Power One's partner's role in the relationship? What is Power One's partner's role in the relationship? The Queen of Swords. Power One is one of the partners, because again, I'm getting like maybe you are stuck in between two people that you're choosing for. And that's probably why you have the flame. You're like burning the candle on both ends. But I wonder, is one of the partners kind of like, are you attracted to them because of their know-how, like maybe passionately, like maybe in the bedroom kind of thing? They're not the best. They don't make you feel everything, and the other partner does. But the one that you really can see yourself going the distance with, ooh, all these cards today falling. But the one you can really see yourself going the distance with, or you know, you kind of see things working out with, is they can kind of come off cold-hearted, or like defensive. Like maybe they're coming into this relationship with a bit of baggage. Yeah, let's see. Why is this Queen of Swords here for Power? So you have basket, recognition, reward for merit. Let's do this again. Why is this Queen of Swords here for Power? Why is the Queen of Swords here for Power? Ooh, I have something to roll out here. Okay, so the Queen of Swords is here for you, or your partner's role in relationship. And then they got the caterpillar. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. So this makes me wonder if this partner has been cold-hearted to you, or like on the defense, and you are also on the fence about this person because they probably have they're more into the relationship. They're ready to go all in, where you aren't. And so they, in order to like protect their heart, they're being guarded. And it won't always be this way if you actually commit to this partner. That's what I get. Like even on this card, it shows like, you know, the butterflies and stuff floating around the Queen of Swords' body. Whether this is a masculine or a feminine person, I think they're on guard. They're ready to like cut you off at any moment, because they also know that. And also, just to note, both of these have butterflies in them actually. So the Empress has a butterfly necklace. I don't know if you can see that, but she has a butterfly necklace. But the Queen of Swords has butterflies floating around her head. So both of them actually have butterflies in here. So I think you know who your other person is. The Empress also has two doves in here as well. Usually in typical cards, the swords is usually represented with crows. So birds seem to be another big thing. But it definitely, and you had the bouquet here. Flowers, flowers, flowers. So I think you know who this admirer is. Maybe it's somebody you, because, you know, on the bouquet it says compliments from an admirer. So maybe it's somebody you have intentionally been ignoring because like maybe they're a close friend or a confidant. And lately you've noticed a change in them of where like they're not at, where they're like not always answering your calls, or they're not always as close as you used to be. You can't always call them like you used to. They're always saying they're busy because they don't want to hear about this love relationship that you have with this other person. And maybe you two have also fallen out because it's reconciliation. So like maybe this person has distanced themselves or caused a fight in order to separate themselves from you, because you have been entertaining someone else when really your love match is like that close friend or confidant that you have separated yourself from in order to get into this current relationship that you have. So that's what that gives me. And it's like once you actually give in and you recognize this person is the one for you, you'll see some things change. And then we're going to find out if this past relationship, if this was a friend or not. Because I really think this is probably like a close friend. Yeah, I feel like this is probably a close friend. What was power, one's partner's past? What was the past foundation of this relationship? What was the past foundation of this love relationship? What is the past foundation of this relationship? Past foundation of this relationship. Queen of Wands and the Ten of Swords. Let's clarify here. Let's clarify this thing. Why is the Queen of Wands here? What is this that came out? Let's see. Is this one flipped over? Misunderstanding. So there was definitely some miscommunication that happened in this relationship. What I get is that maybe this was a work relationship, maybe. Because of the Queen of Wands and the Ten of Swords. And you know, usually fire represents communication. So I don't know if this was somebody you was in constant communication with and somehow it was a breakdown in communication that caused the separation. Because again, you have a lot of stuff of like reconciliation, compliments from an admirer, like something in this relationship, something was taken the wrong way at some point and was misconstrued. So I definitely get that in this reading. I also get the sense that maybe, I don't know who, I feel like the partner definitely misinterpreted something that you probably did or said, and that's why the separation happened, because it is the wall and it shows like a cliff on one end and then it's like grass on the other. So it was definitely somebody had to walk away from this situation, it seems like, because their feelings were too involved, or you know, they felt like, was this like a sneaky leak thing? Let's see. What is the current state of how one's relationship? What is the current state of how one's relationship? Funny enough, you get what? The Hermit. Somebody is feeling alone in this relationship, or feeling lost. It seems like somebody is feeling lost, alone. They feel like they probably missed their opportunity with this person. Yeah, I get that somebody feels separated or lost without this connection in their life. I think somebody is feeling separated. Was it like, the scenario I get is like, it was either something with work and somebody changed jobs. You all were like close friends when you were younger and somebody moved away or separated, removed themselves from the situation because of, you know, just distance, and they had feelings. Or maybe you all are close friends now, but now you're starting to feel a rift happen in between you two. Like you could feel some kind of distance even with you two being on the phone or in the same room. And it could be because you are either entertaining someone else in your life, or you just won't give them the time of day and they probably feel some type of way. That's what I get. Let's see what you all have in the future. Let's see what's your relationship. What is the future? What is the looming future of this relationship? What is the looming? Ooh. Let's try this again. Let's see what it is. Ooh. Is that my hair? That's my hair. What is the looming future of this relationship? What is the looming future of this relationship? Okay, so I'm studying cards of reconciliation, of memory lane, because even this card speaks to reconciliation with the pineapple. You know, two people bringing something in. So even if you in this relationship that you had hoped to happen, or the partner, the other party had hoped to happen, it seems that at least you all will become friends. There's some communication that truly needs to happen, because it looks like there was some kind of breakdown or separation in that. And so for me, this kind of brings up that, yeah, you definitely need to make up with this person. Again, butterflies. It's butterflies again. You got butterflies again on the Six of Cups. You have butterflies again on the Six of Cups. So I think this person is truly a match made in heaven for you. Even with the Queen of Wands, maybe this person is going to bring, this partner, the other party is going to end up bringing you flowers or some kind of makeup, and you never probably even realize that this person had feelings for you. And then you're going to look back and realize, like, oh my God, the person that I wanted to be with all this time, we both then recognized that we wanted each other all this time, and now we're making up, and you know, like, the whole separation didn't even need to happen. Yeah, because even in the Hermit and the Ten of Swords, you have the Moon card again. So it's just kind of like bringing back, both of you are feeling left in the dark. And even though you were each other's light, you were each other's guiding light. And now you just need to kind of like find your way back to each other. Because even the Six of Cups in this upright, it just makes me feel like, okay, things are going to get better. Like, even this misunderstanding, this miscommunication you had wasn't that bad. You all can still get through it. So with this Hermit being here, it just shows like both of you are kind of like isolating yourselves from each other, and you need to kind of like make your way back to each other. All right, here we are with pile 2, the thread. So I'm going to follow up with a spread that I seen online. I don't typically do romantic spreads, but I felt like this is one that I just really needed to do. It just kept nagging me to do it today. So that's what I'm doing. So just getting this attuned to your second pile energy, your number 2 energy here. So we're going to start off with what's your role in this relationship. What is your role in this relationship? Is the Prince of Swords supposed to be here? It looks like I said again, Princess. Okay, let's try. Let's just make sure. Let's just make sure. Let's do this too. My nail keep getting caught on it. What is pile 2's role in this relationship? Okay, we have the Princess of Cups. What's the partner's role in this relationship? What's the partner's role in this relationship? Oh, okay. These two flipped over in my hand, but it was also like this one. But let's see. What's the past foundation of this relationship? Past foundation of this relationship. I'm starting to see something come up already. To me, it seems like you probably were 2 different ends of the spectrum. You was probably like that quirky couple or like that odd couple that people didn't think would go the distance. But I think this person, it kind of makes you feel like your partner was probably kind of like a player. And you were kind of like the more docile to themselves type of one. And people were probably very judgmental of the partner. And I think they were very aware of that. It's kind of what I'm getting already. But let's see. What is the current state of the relationship? Yeah, what's the current state of the relationship? Is this Queen of Wands supposed to be here? What is the current state of this relationship? Okay, great. Okay, so what I thought, I think you had somebody come in between you, or you currently have somebody getting in between you guys, and you are choosing whether to stay or go. What is the future of this relationship? Okay. What is the future of this relationship? What is the future of this relationship? What's the future of this relationship? Okay, what was this? Okay. 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 So, first off, again, going back to what I was saying, I think you and your partner was a relationship people didn't think was going to go the distance. They're probably surprised you even been together as long as you two have been together. But I think you're drawn to how this person really makes you feel or think. Even though, like, on a sense you probably even know it's kind of bad for you, is what I'm picking up. It's what I'm picking up. And I think this partner has a reoccurring ex that keeps coming up in the picture with this Queen of Wands. It's kind of like what I think. I think it's a reoccurring partner or person, party, whatever, that keeps coming back up in your relationship. And I think this has caused hesitancy on your end of whether you're coming or going in this relationship. It's funny. Okay, so I wasn't even really shuffling like that. And I get women, scales, keep your life in the balance, and star, guaranteed success. I'm not gonna mark those. I wasn't really shuffling, but yeah. So yeah, I think this person may be somebody who is probably like a sun fire sign, but they're probably like a moon water sign, and you're probably like a water sign as well. And so that's probably where you, or maybe they're even like a rising water sign, and that's probably why you two kind of get along. If you are into zodiac stuff, and that may be the reason, like probably even you two are kind of like, I never usually deal with people like you kind of thing, but now we are. Let's see here. Let's get to why this Judgment card is here. What was the past foundation for you all? Why is this Judgment card here? Why is this Judgment card here for Power? 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 Okay, cards. Well, these are the ones that came out though. So you got flowers, which means happiness, and then you also had the tortoise, which is slowly but surely getting ahead. I feel like I should probably turn this upside down because it did come out in reverse, the flowers. And I don't know if I should interpret it as that you two were happy and people didn't like that you were happy and that you were moving on with your lives, is kind of what I get. I think people were really rooting on y'all to not succeed. Or this other person, this whoever this Queen of Wands is. Why is this Queen of Wands here? Why is this Queen of Wands here? Ooh, what flipped over here? And that Woman card came out again. So a disillusioned ex is kind of what I get. So you have women dealings or relationship with a woman, and then beware of self-delusion. So it could be some woman, whether it was a grandmother, a mother, an ex or exes. Some woman got in between you. It seems like some woman didn't want this working out. Why is the Seven of Swords here? Why is the Seven of Swords here? Okay, something flipped over in my hand. I don't know if it popped out. No, did it? So again, just reading these to know, just in case they pop back out. Ring, a marriage will take place, either romantic or business. Valley, deep personal strength and peace that assures success. You have forest, muddled, unclear thinking. Goldfish, increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. Rose, romance is in the air. And hat, you will be playing a different role. But I want to see if this is going to pop out again before I just call it. Why is the Seven of Swords here? Why is the Seven of Swords here? Okay, so it seems like to me, if I'm reading this correctly, Pile 2, I think you probably need to walk away from this relationship. It seems like there is a lot of infidelity involved in this relationship. There's definitely some other players, parties. I'm gonna just say players or parties because I have both the woman and the younger woman card here. So I think there may be somebody else you don't even know. It could possibly be something like maybe a child is also involved because you have the foxes here, the sneakiness kind of thing. It could be somebody that you aren't aware of or don't know, whether this, this partner potentially having a love child or just another woman involved in the picture that you don't know about. I get that you probably really love this person and you probably put in a lot of work to make this happen. For whatever reason, you're definitely feeling tied to them because you're definitely feeling tied to them because you have a thread here. But I think you know really and truly that this is not meant for you. And the only way you're going to start moving ahead is when you actually move away from them. And I think you know because the High Priestess is here, with the Prince of Wands. Like, I think you know this person. You are not a match made in heaven, essentially. And you already been kind of like debating whether or not you should stay in this or not because it's been just implosive all the time. Like, it's like when things are good with you two, it's good. It's golden, it's grand, it's everything. But when it's bad, it's bad. Like, you kind of do like that pendulum. It's like you don't sit in the middle. It's either completely bad or it's completely good. Let's see here. Why did this priestess... Let's see here. Why did the High Priestess come out with this Prince of Wands? Why did the High Priestess come out with the Prince of Wands? Ooh. Why did the High Priestess come out with the Prince of Wands? Something else flipped over in here, I thought. No? Was that tripping? Let's try this again. Why does the High Priestess? That just let me know I need to reshuffle this again, huh? Why is this High Priestess here? Why is this High Priestess Then I get the world card. Yeah, you probably feel like this person is your everything, but all the signs are pointing to no, it's not. All the signs are saying no, this isn't it. This person is definitely not revealing some things about themselves to you, or you're not getting the whole picture. And then you have lobster, the final pinch. Yeah, I think you're going to end up giving this person, you're either on your, like you gave this person one last chance, and whatever this future outcome is with this younger woman that's apparently in the picture is, I think that's going to be like the last straw, and you're going to be ready to move on. Because you have final pinch here. And you know, typically when we experience a hurtful pain, we don't want to experience it again, and we get the heck out of there. And maybe it's going to feel like your world is crumbling apart. You're probably going to hate that you didn't listen to all the naysayers that was like, y'all shouldn't be together. And lament the time that you spent in working out with this person and trying to make things work, despite there being a person between you. I think this beware of self-delusion is you. Like maybe you feel like you're better than this person, or you have deluded yourself into believing that this partner is not dealing with this person or whatever. I feel like the self-delusion, the beware of self-delusion is referring to you. I think you are kind of like lying or gaslighting yourself into believing that this is everything that you want, and it's not. And you know it's not. I think on a deep level, like emotionally, spiritually, you know this isn't right. Like it just doesn't feel right. You probably sit in your car in the driveway when you get home and just breathe before you even walk in the house, because it just feels that heavy sometimes. Yeah, now I'm understanding probably like why this thread card is here. And it also kind of in this card, I don't know if it'll pick up on the camera. It kind of shows like the woman holding, like it's she's holding like scissors or something sharp to cut the thread. To me, it's like cut your ties. And you notice there's also a rainbow here. Once you get through this darkness, you climb your way out of this relationship, you'll probably meet somebody better on the other side. But this current partner that you're dealing with is not it. Yeah, your happiness, a lot of your happiness, I feel like is dependent on whether this person gives you attention or not, and it really shouldn't be that way. Yeah. I think you should let that go. I mean, even with this, the Prince of Wands is like fleeing and leaving. Even if it's not with this person, this guy is gonna move on, or girl is gonna move on to something else, or someone else. I'm sorry, someone else. And you just need to go ahead, raise your glass up, toast it to the good life, count your blessings, count your losses, and move forward. Stop chasing after this Prince of Wands or this partner. Yeah. I think they are purposely keeping someone from you. I don't know if this person is close to you or not, but they're purposely keeping someone from you so the beans don't, there ain't no spilled beans going on. But, the truth is going to come out. I feel like that's probably why this judgment card here. The truth is going to come out. Everything is going to rightfully fix itself eventually. Whether you or the partner wanted to or not. Yeah, there's just like a lot of sneakiness, it feels like, here with the 5. I also think of like lobsters as being creepy. Just because, kind of like when you typically look at the moon card in tarot, they usually show the lobster or some kind of amoeba emerging from the ocean. Like you finally finding out the truth, like something creepy, sneaky is happening, something in the dark, something underfoot happening. And also with the tortoise, it just speaks to a lot of like something you're not seeing. It's a lot of sneakiness, a lot of secrecy that's going on. Even with the dragon. And it may be something because, it may be something you are slowly coming to realize and you didn't want to face that truth on. But you have to wake up and hear the music eventually. Yeah. So in conclusion, pile 2, I think this relationship isn't any good for you. You haven't felt happy in this relationship for a long time. Whatever kind of soul ties or thread that you think is keeping you two together is really not there. It's all made up in your mind. You do not have to be tethered to this person. There's definitely a separation or a big break or some kind of big revelation that's going to come up. And you're going to be like, it's time for me to walk. Hopefully, at least, it's going to be time for you to walk, and not you stay in a situation that you can get yourself out of. Yeah. Did I said financial pinch? It says financial pinch, not final pinch. With this, I hope you're not paying for like supporting this person and they using it to instead support other people. Yeah. Are you in some kind of what they call it? Like, I call it a leech-like relationship. You're the one that's pouring emotionally, financially, sexually, everything into this relationship, and this person is just having a good old time off your back. Literally, just having a fun time off of your hard work and off of your back. And it's not going to show any kind of appreciation for it. Not showing any appreciation. So yeah, that's all I'm getting so far. Hopefully this didn't strike too much of a nerve, but that's what I'm getting in the cards here. Yeah, nothing else is popping out. So with that, I'll leave you with that pile 2, and then I'll move forward with pile 3. All right, pile 3, you chose the vision. I think pile 3 probably has the oddest one. Yeah, you're the eyeballs, because like the flame, the thread, and the one kind of really speak romantic relationship to me. The vision, it could be seen as romantic, because again, you have the hands holding and the two owls. But just like when you hear it, the vision is kind of like, are you seeing a long-term thing? This kind of gives me like maybe you are already in union with your significant other and now you're trying to build with them, kind of thing. But we'll see. I'm doing this relationship spread that I've seen online, so we're gonna get into it. Let's try to shuffle again, because that was a bad one. And then one more for the road for pile 3. So the first thing we're going to get into is, what is your role in this relationship, pile 3? What is your role in this relationship, pile 3? So it was 2 things that flipped out here. Let's see. So the first one I saw was a chariot, and then this fell. Okay. Should the chariot and the hermit card be here? Should the chariot and the hermit card be here? Okay, I guess they should be there. Alright. So what is your partner's role in this relationship? Okay, pile 3. You're giving me all the cards. Hold on. Just give me 2 or 3 cards. What is your partner's role in this relationship? What's pile 3 partner role? What's pile 3's role in this relationship? What's pile 3? What's the partner's role in this relationship? Okay, so already you guys are throwing me for a loop-de-loop here. What is the past foundation of this relationship? What is the past foundation of this romantic? Does this want to come out? What is the past foundation of this relationship? What is the past? What is the current state of this relationship? What is the current state of this relationship? You got the same thing. Some balance. I don't know. This kind of brings me like independent big boss energy from both of you. Where is the looming future of this relationship? Where's the looming future of this relationship? Future. Where's the future of this relationship? Where's the future of our threes? Okay, so just to know, I have the King of Swords and the 7 of Wands. I'm going to see if they're supposed to come out. What is the looming future of Pile 3's relationship? What is the looming future of Pile 3's relationship? What's the looming future of Pile 3's relationship? What's the looming future of Pile 3's relationship? Okay, so it's a couple things that flew out here. I was just talking about the moon with Pile 2. Okay, so then I have some reciprocal energy with the 6. And then the 4 of Swords. Pile 3. Yeah, yours do not read romantic to me at all. But at least at first glance. But let me dig into it here. So just... Ooh, had to crack my neck. So just kind of reading across. So Pile 3... I get one or two things. Either you've just come out of a relationship and you're not trying to hop back into another one, or you don't want to be in a relationship at all. Like you're not currently in a relationship at all. Is what I'm getting with the Chariot and the Hermit here. It kind of reads like you're focusing on yourself, which really makes me feel like you've probably gotten out of a bad relationship and you're trying to focus on yourself. Like you're doing some big boss things. And then for this partner, yeah, again, this just kind of reads the partner to me. It doesn't seem like, it doesn't feel like there's a clear partner situation. Like you may be having fun right now with a couple of people in the picture. Like you may be having fun with a couple of few choice people, or maybe you are distracting yourself from the person you should really be with, or that you want to be with, and that has told you that they want to be with you as well. Because I feel like you have to make this choice. So I feel like it should be like this. Like I feel like you have to make this choice between all the people that you have, that you are currently entertaining, over the one that you truly should be entertaining. If that makes sense. Like that's what I'm getting. Yeah. I feel like, yeah, it definitely feels like you've come out of a relationship and you just really want to be independent. You don't want to be locked down again. Maybe you have, because of this past hurt in a relationship, you, like, whether you just got out of a bad marriage or just a bad relationship, or, you know. Okay, sorry about that, pile 3. I'm just going to try to continue where we left off. So again, it makes me feel like you probably got out of a really bad relationship. Let's see here. Yeah, so it makes me feel like you probably got out of a really bad relationship, and so you're just, right now, you are experiencing your independence, and so you're keeping the actual person that should be in your life out, because you need to choose, or maybe it's like an ultimatum of this person because they come off very romantic, it seems like to me, that you need to really choose. And there's a lot of like equilibrium kind of like going on here, kind of like balance. As you have the Two of Discs, you have the Two of Wands, and then the King of Cups is kind of just like balancing things. Even with the Chariot, you know, the duality with that, the Hermit, you know, is, and there's a lot of reciprocal energy going on here, a lot of balancing. I'm seeing that reflected in the King of Cups, the Two of Wands, the Two of Discs, even in the Chariot. It's just kind of like that balance. Oh yeah, even in the Six of Discs, it's like that reciprocal energy, that balance, that give in to give out kind of thing. And I think that's probably one reason why you are running away from this King of Cups, it feels like. And you're choosing the Three of Cups, or your entourage, your roster of people, because this King of Cups is something new to you. They're pouring into you and giving you. They're probably like a giver. They probably actually pay attention. They know, you know, when you like things, they know the things that you don't like. And that's something new for you, because you're probably used to being the one that give in the relationship. So that's just kind of what I get off of first glance. I think you're definitely valuing your independence after walking away from like a bad relationship. And so you call yourself avoiding heartbreak by spreading your attention over multiple people instead of focusing on one person. And that can only work for so long, because I feel like this person may be in the roster or entourage of people that you have, but you're purposely like not spending as much time with them, or like not wanting to talk to them as much because you know you're probably really digging this person. So yeah. And to me, this, like, the outcome, and this is just on initial glance, the outcome just kind of reads like, if you keep choosing to ignore this person, or if you keep choosing to be alone, you're gonna find yourself alone forever and always. Like, you are recovering from this heartbreak, and maybe this person could lead you to getting over it. A relationship can help you get over that. Or maybe you actually need to reflect on this heartbreak and why you are constantly avoiding this King of Cups. Like, just overall, it's kind of what I'm getting. But let's see here. Let's see, why is the Hermit card here for you? Obstacles to overcome. And it also has heels in there. It has heels. So that's pretty interesting. You have heels, and the Hermit is kind of like walking through this valley, this mountain terrain. You are overcoming an obstacle. Why? Ooh, that should not have flew out like that. Okay. And why is the Chariot here? You're a goal-oriented person. I don't know if these other two should count. You got parting of the ways in either romance or business, and family wishes come true. I don't feel like that should be it. A goal-oriented person, yeah, because that's exactly what I get. Like, you definitely are trying to, there's something you want to achieve before you get into a romantic relationship. And that may be why you chose the Vision card. You're not exactly feeling in a romantic mood. You're kind of like, I need to set some things up for myself so I don't get into a situation where I was in the past, whether it was a thing of like you were like a stay-at-home mom or parent, or you were a sugar baby. No judgment here. It's judgment free. Just saying, like, if you were a sugar baby or something like that, you're like, I do not want to depend on my partner ever again. I want to be able to depend on myself. I see where that led me to last time, and I'm not trying to purposely walk into that again. And so let's see here. Why is the King of Cups here? No, I probably should do. Okay, why is the Moon here? I really love these tea leaves cards because they're like so intricate, but this deck, do you see how big this deck is? Okay. Why is the Moon card here? Why is the Moon card here? Why is the Moon card here? There's just a couple of things that popped out here. Lightning, control your anger or you will be sorry. Wealth comes out. You have victory in some endeavor. So I think whatever you're working to, whether it's wealth, and that's maybe why the Six of This is here, you're going to achieve it. But are you probably going to achieve it at the cost of being alone? And what's this other one? Hammock. Taking a vacation physically or mentally. And the hammock did come up in reverse. I don't know if I should leave it like that or upright. But I feel like it pertains to the Four of Swords. And so you have the hammock here for the Four of Swords. It makes you think like maybe you haven't actually dealt with the fallout and the repercussions of like that past relationship, or exactly what your tenacity and striving for like accolades, whether it's in work or whatever it is that you're working on, the goals that you have put on yourself to reach. It kind of makes me think like you haven't actually took the time to reflect on it. You just jumped head in and was like, okay, because this relationship failed and I was left out here with blah, 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 blah. I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen. And it definitely makes me feel like it's a wealth thing. It was a money thing. It was just, it comes up. It just makes you feel like because that relationship failed and you was depended on it for the money, or like money was a big thing afterwards. Maybe it was something like a nasty ass divorce, and so now you haven't really set with the repercussions of it and healed from it per se, because you know 4 of Swords is after 3 of Swords, which means heartbreak. So you haven't actually dealt with the fallout from that, them 3 of Swords, that heartbreak, and it's gonna cost you kind of like your future. So you really need to be introspective in this moment. Like, yes, maybe you do need to be alone. Like, this is probably why the vision came up for you. Again, it just speaks back to, like, I've been in a bad relationship. I got out of a relationship that I thought was my all, and I want to have fun. I want to experience all there is. But you also need to find a balance, because it kind of makes it seem like, well, maybe you haven't been having fun, and you probably should explore having fun. Like, you've probably been, because the 2 of Discs here, the balance, like the out of balance thing, you probably don't have that network or those people you can depend on and that you can go to talk to, or that you can go to somebody for a fun night. Or hell, let's just put it out there, you probably don't have that person you can go to for a good adult time. You get what I'm saying? And so, because you're just so focused on having a foundation under you, and you probably have like really isolated yourself and not healed from what you needed to. So you need that reciprocity in your life. Like, yes, we get it, you want to be boss, but in order to be boss, sometimes you also have to release those frustrations as well. And you know, sex is a nice way to release those frustrations sometimes, even if it's just a little fun ting, you know what I'm saying? So I think that is something that overall is coming up for me in your reading. Like, take a break, step back, be introspective. Don't let your hurt, your anger, I don't think this is really anger. It could be anger. You know what? I take it back. Don't let your hurt and your anger and your ambition towards this goal, this independence that you want to have for yourself, deter you from exploring a possible relationship. Like, it's people out here that you can explore those things with, even if it's just, you know, for a fun time. It don't have to be for a long time. It could just be for a fun time, short time kind of thing. And so that's what I'm getting for you, Pile 3. So hopefully this kind of helps you balance out some things overall. It's just kind of like, you don't have to feel isolated. You don't have to stay to yourself. Yes, independence, great, it's good, but you can still be an independent person, an independent soul, independent individual, while still being in a relationship or some kind of camaraderie with someone else. So don't let that be the determining factor for you. Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's anything else I'm picking up on. I would say this is probably also warning you to find people that, or find a relationship that actually fulfills you emotionally. It doesn't have to fulfill your materialistic needs per se, but you know, it's definitely somebody, because maybe you are on the track of like definitely having your own, of holding your own, of running a multi-corporate business or something like that, or wearing multiple hats, and you need to have someone that you can come home to and be your refuge. And so I think this is also kind of warning you, like, yeah, you should, if you join hands with anyone, if you decide to go into a partnership with anyone again, you should definitely make sure that they fulfill your emotional, intuitive, and needs. That they're your emotional safe haven, no matter what. Like, even if you two were to get into an argument, they're not throwing your embarrassments or things that you know you said to them in confidence back at you. So I think that's also what that's warning you about. Like, make sure you find a relationship that's reciprocal. Like, just say, like, if you're a man, just to say, if you're a man querying that's asking, you know, kind of like what your relationship is, and you pick the vision, as tapping into your masculine don't mean that you only are supposed to provide the financial status in this situation. And so therefore the woman that you meet should also pour into it financially. She's helping pour into it with her time and her effort and the gifts and things like that that she gives you. It doesn't have to be like tact for tact, if you get what I'm saying. So basically, if you, whatever you're coming into this relationship with, that person don't have to exactly respond by giving you the same thing back, but they can respond by giving you, okay, well, you like to give gifts and I'm going to give you time. You like to give money, I'm going to give you emotional support. You like to give intellect and I am going to give you steps on how to implement those thoughts. You like to give masculine, I'm going to give you feminine. It don't have to be even energy, but you know, or like same reciprocal energy. It could just be trade-off kind of thing. And so yeah, this is what I'm getting for you, Power 3. I hope this helps. It's definitely why I was getting like, this doesn't really give me romance, but you know, I wish you the best. I hope you do achieve all those goals, and it looks like you are, that you are going to endure some kind of victory. But I would say in your charge or your quest to move forward and hit those targets, those goals that you have for yourself, also remember to take a break, and that there is still time for you to find love again. Essentially, I think there is someone out there, like, even if they don't send you over the moon like probably your first relationship had you feeling, there's still somebody out there that can still make you feel, that can still be there for you, that can be a true partner to you. And so with that, Power 3, I wish you the best of luck. I hope this helps in your love life. And with that, I am going to move forward with Power 4. Power 4, the one. So this makes me feel like you already know that what you want to do in this relationship. You already know who you want to choose and what's going to happen. But in the meantime, you just kind of need some confirmation. So we're going to see what this reading is going to bring to you. Again, I'm going to be using a spread that I found online. I think it was through the Biddy Tarot. So I'm going to just attune the deck to your fourth power energy, your fourth power energy here by shuffling it 4 times. Try to bring out the intuitive part for relationships, you know, intuitive part, okay? Right, all right. And so the first question to ask in this, sorry, my phone vibrated. I couldn't help it. I had to answer it. Okay, so the first question we're going to ask is, what is Power 4's role in this relationship? Nope, nope, no. What is Power 4's role in this relationship? What is Power 4's role in this relationship? What is Power 4's role in this relationship? Should this ace with this be here? Is there anything else that's going to put off this ace with this? So definitely some new beginnings in a relationship. Okay, so what is the partner's role in this relationship? What's the partner's role in this relationship? Okay, I'm getting 2 things here. And the Empress comes back out again. Okay, what is the past foundation of this relationship? What is the past foundation of this relationship? Past foundation of this relationship. So yeah, somebody is definitely coming out of a tough situation or something, that, you know, fleeing something hectic. And you probably found each other at a low point in your life. What is the current state of this relationship? What is the current state? Okay, we're gonna put that back in here. What's the current state of this relationship? What is the current state of this relationship? What is the current state of this relationship? I like how the cards just flip out of my hand over time. So it's definitely a lot of passion that's burning in here. What is the message that the Princess of Wands says for us? What's the message for us? A lot of swords came out. So I feel like this is more so for your partner. Because you have the Six of Swords. You have the Ace of Swords. And then you also have Seven of Swords. Let's see, any future of this relationship. What's the any future of this relationship? Why is this tower here? Okay, can I ask the question first? Why is this tower here? Why is this tower here? So we got two pieces tower. Why is this here? Why is this here? Why is it interesting? Okay, so there's a couple things I flipped over here, but this is what actually flew out. Okay, so sitting with this for a minute, pile 4. So it seems like you have walked away from something tumultuous and you're shedding your skin. You're becoming a new person. Maybe you suffered some kind of great loss or a big shift, paradigm shift or something has happened for you. And so you're kind of like working your way back to finding yourself again, especially when it comes to things of like, what do you value or what you value? And I think, I don't know if this is a current partner or a past partner has made you kind of has been the fuel to ignite that light of like who you now want to be. And I think you're probably going back and forth on whether is this person truly for me, or am I the one that has changed, or am I the one that has to change because this relationship doesn't feel fruitful anymore. Again, because this 8 of Wands in reverse, you got this 3 of Wands, and then you also have the Princess Swords here, and this Tower. You have a lot of like questions. I think both of you have a lot of questions about this relationship, because I think it probably started at a time where neither one of you were sure in each other, let alone yourselves. It's kind of what I get. And so that's probably why the 1 is here. You're probably both questioning whether you are the one for each other or if it's somebody else. Like this kind of brings me to a point of like, are y'all gonna get engaged or not? And I think it's going to take you some time to get there, just because this Eight of Wands is coming up in reverse. But it's definitely something that's coming, because you got this Three of Wands here. I feel like it's something that's going to definitely be coming. The moment where you two actually have that moment of being like, okay. Or this could be a thing of like, you shed it and become a different person, and your partner doesn't like who you've become. It's causing a rift in your relationship. This person that you have evolved into, whether it was out of necessity or if it was out of just indecisiveness or whatever, maybe your partner isn't liking the person you are evolving into, and I think they are the one that's getting ready. They're the one that's ready to step away because you have transformed, you have changed. And I think if you don't want to lose this person, I think if you don't get things together, you're gonna miss out for sure. I don't think it's something like right away, but I think there has definitely been some indicators, some signs for your partner that this relationship isn't working. Because even for the outcome, when I see the Nine of Wands, I just think of like, especially in this deck, I think of misalignment. Like things are not adding up. Things are not where it want to be. You see that everything is fine in a relationship, and your partner see that this relationship is bullshit. That's kind of like what this Nine of Wands is giving me. And because there's like a lot of like fire and earth things here, it could be that there's a rift in the bedroom. Somebody's needs aren't being met or satisfied. And so, let's see here. And the current state of your relationship is like very rocky. It's very rocky. You have the Seven of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and the Six of Swords in reverse. To me, it just reads like somebody knows it's time to cut ties. Somebody knows it's time to move on, and they just don't want to yet, for whatever reason. It kind of makes me think that you two have been together for a long time, or for, you know, a good period of time, or you went through some things that typically would have broke most people's relationships. And so both of you are like, you know, breaking up is off the table, even though it's just not serving either one of you. This here kind of gives me that you both have stayed in this relationship longer than you should have. Like you've grown and learned and gotten from the relationship what you needed, and now you're just kind of like prolonging it instead of moving on. That's really what it's giving me. And it's crazy because I kind of feel like you two probably didn't even want to be together in the first place. Like you probably weren't even thinking about each other in the first place. For like the past stuff. I feel like you guys got together in a dark situation. And don't get me wrong, some good relationships can come out of, you know, a messed up situation. But again, to me, it kind of feels like this relationship has run its course, and neither one of you are ready to let go. You're not willing to let go. Let it be what it is. So I'm just going to try to get some clarity here on these major arcanas that we have here and some of the court cards. Why is the death card here for pile 4? Why is the death card here for pile 4? Why is the death card here for pile 4? All these cards, I'm telling you, this tea leaf deck, baby, I really need to work on shuffling with these. But this one did flip over first, so you should accept valid criticism. Why is this death card here? Let's see if this should come out again. Hold on. Why is this death card here? 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 That kind of rings true to me. Someone is behaving stupidly. And then you also have the quill, getting back to the basics. And to me, yeah, it seems like you are the one that has shifted and changed in this relationship. Maybe you aren't being as caring or as giving or as loving as you were before. And it's probably because you are feeling depleted yourself. But yeah, with this death card here, it definitely gives me like, you have changed in this relationship, whether it's for the better or for the worse. And yeah, your partner is not feeling that shit. Why is the Empress here? Why is the Empress here? That was by accident. Why is the Empress card here? Right. Someone, chair empty, someone is leaving your life and lighthearted, carefree time. So, to be fair, pile 4, it seems to me that your partner has been the one that has been supporting you all, that has been carrying the brunt of the weight in this relationship. And you changed on them. And they are feeling, you can say hurt. They are feeling left out or behind. They are feeling angry. They have given so much to this relationship, and you have gotten better and improved in the relationship, and somehow they have been forgotten. They haven't had the time to kind of like rest or come to. And I think even though it's saying it's a slow motion on their side, it's like, to me, I feel like from what I get, you got into the relationship because you knew what this person could give you. And now this person has kind of like helped you get where you want to be. You are not giving it back. You are not pouring it back into the relationship. So it kind of reads to me like you have become the selfish party in the relationship. And your partner, even though they may have not like verbally said anything, they have definitely picked up on it and they don't like it. And it's going to end up, you're going to end up leaving, it seems like, if you don't get this together. There's some breakdown here, or it's going to be a breakup. Let's see. Success is shared with good plans and hard work. Why is the tower here? Why is the tower here? Let's see here. So you have the tiger, which means doing something risky, taking a chance. But to me, this card does not seem to pertain to you. It seems like it pertains to your partner. This, I know you clicked on this, but this seems to be a message for your partner. Doing something risky and taking a chance. Or maybe you both took a risk in getting into this relationship. You have dog far away, but something, it's just, I don't know. Okay, so it seems like the dog far away is supposed to be here. So I'm not getting anything else falling out. But to me, it doesn't really make sense. Maybe it makes sense to you all why a distant friend is thinking of you. For why this, what was the past situation of this relationship. Did your partner pile for? Did they potentially have another suitor in the mix, but they chose to walk away from them instead to be with you? That would make sense why the Two of Swords is here. Maybe your partner chose the wrong person, it seems like. Because the Two of Swords do come up in reverse. And they say a distant friend is thinking of you. So I'm wondering if they took a risk, gambled and took the wrong risk, and decided to be with you when they actually should have been with somebody else. Or were you blocking this potential other suitor from being with your partner because you wanted to be with them? And it is the Seven of Swords here, so that speaks to like some underhanded things, some things that happen behind the scenes that you are not seeing. So yeah, I don't know if it was you or the partner who took part in this and removing. Okay, I don't know if it was you or the partner who took part in removing one or the other from a situation, from someone that was a potential suitor or a competition in order to be with each other. And now you're like, damn, I should have left that alone. I shouldn't have did that. And so now you're kind of like having all this rift and trouble in the relationship. You know that person is not the one. It was that other person. And I feel like you know that because things are in misalignment in the relationship. It's not lining up. It's not adding up. It feels, cumbersome at this point to try to keep it going. And so, yeah, that's really what I'm getting for you, Power 4. Okay, why is this Princess Wands here? Okay, what was this that flipped over right out the gate? Yeah, there's some depression going on in this relationship. You got the Fly, which reads a period of ill health, depression. This relationship is not healthy for you or for this partner. It's just not healthy. You changed and morphed into something else, and they have, I kind of want to say, for lack of a better word, kind of shrunk themselves in order to fit into this relationship. And funny enough, I get dark woman at the bottom of this pile. It says dealings or relationship with a woman with a dark complexion or hair. So maybe one of you, or you know, or somebody in this situation has dark hair. And then I also have the Six of Wands in reverse on the bottom of the deck, which kind of speaks to like somebody is not feeling victorious. Is not feeling happy in this relationship. This is just not reading like a happy relationship. This reads like a mutually beneficial relationship that didn't work out. It was not mutual. It was not beneficial, and now it's time to cut ties and move on. Like, I think you two should have a conversation, air it out, decide to be friends or whatever. Or just, even if it's just like, you know, I'll root for you, you root for me kind of thing. We don't have to talk. We don't have to be friends. We don't have to be buddy-buddy. We don't have to be lovers. But, you know, when I see you, you know, if it's the opportunity for you, I'll speak up for you. And I hope you do the same and just move forward. Because, yeah, you're kind of like weighing each other down. It's some things lacking in this relationship. And maybe the time apart will help you guys in the long term if you really love each other. But, I just think that it's crazy how this took a complete turn. You know, the one you feel like, oh, this is gonna be a real love reading, and it's just kind of like, no, really, it's not. It's saying like, you two are not in love. You are not the one. So if you were thinking about putting a ring on it, I would hold off on that. If engagement talk was something that was coming up, I will hold off on that for sure. I mean, even the jug here, just, it's an empty jug. It's nothing pouring from it. Somebody is not satisfied in this relationship. And I get that it's the partner. I get that you who chose this, you have some growing up to do. But I feel like if you continue down this path, if you two continue, it's not going to end well. Yeah, and that's all I have for you all. Sorry this ended on a bad note. This is like a Debbie Downer. The reading, not your relationship. Sorry, this reading ended on a bad note. And I hope it helped confirm some things that you were probably already feeling, you know, in your relationship anyway. And yeah, hopefully it gives you some insight on how to move forward, what would be best, and helping you like with your next steps. Yeah, it's a lot of severing going on here. So with that, Power 4, yeah, let's wish you the best. I thank you so much for clicking on my videos, for watching, for liking, and for subscribing in advance. I will be posting another video in about a week's time, and I hope to see you all back here for the next reading. If it, you know, if it feels like it's something that you should be informed about. Until then, I'll see you all on the next one. Bye.